are you? My question is, how do you know that at the bottom of the indicator says you want to replant coral reefs?
Our issue here is the declining of fishery resources, right? And we want to increase the availability of fishery resources in that area, because this area is already depleted. The resources is already depleted because of the trawl fisheries. And we have what we have to do now is we have to put an ordinance and regulation by putting up. We want to increase those. We want to increase the fishery resources by establishing marine fishery resources. Marine fisheries refuge, and that marine fishery refuge that will include also the not just the juveniles, but including the mother.
Good morning, everybody. On behalf of Vietnam team, I would like to thank all of you to visit the E-EAFM model in Ha Tien Thao, Kinsang province. Start of capture fishery and the resource protection and Mr. Hoàng, Mr. Hoàng, FDN for Vietnam, and Mr. Hưng, staff of capture fishery and resource protection department. With Mr. Lộc, head of capture fishery of Department of Agriculture and Rural Development. From Kinsang. Today we would like to introduce how E-EAFM implementation in Ha Tien Thao in order to understand clearly. I would like to invite Mr. Lộc to introduce background of FMU, please.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Thang. Good morning, everybody again. I'm from Kinsang. I would like to provide information in fishery and roving Kinsang. The total number of fishery vessels more than 10,000 and about 3,000 draw fishing boat. Any like catch is about 400,000 tons. However, in this lesson, I would like focus in Ha Tien Thao. The FMU in the E-EAFM plan. There are more than 1,000 fishing boats. The fishing boat, the percentage of the fishing, the jaw fishing in Ha Tien 50%. Besides that, there are many fishing guild such as jaw net and gill net. Besides that, marine aquaculture, especially commercial species, is very developed there. I would like to emphasize that the coral reef and sea gat and sea rat and mangrove and the essential ecosystem in Hà Tiên Thảo. The ecosystem, the habitat of the endangered species such as dugong and sea turtle and dolphin. Hà Tiên Thảo and Phú Quốc Island are very famous place. Welcome to Hà Tiên and Phú Quốc. I promise you will enjoy your vacation there.
Next, I would like to invite Mr. Hưng to introduce the step, please.
Thank you. Our vision is abundant resources and improvable wealth for fishery community in Hà Tiên Thảo. Vietnam is facing with many problems. How to identify the problem? We also we also organize a meeting to ask some advice from fishermen, Department of Capture Fishery and Resources in Kiên Giang province, and from the researcher, university, and NGO, and middlemen, some relevant stakeholders to identify issues. The issue includes bycatch, IUU fishing, and releasing fishery resources, and environmental pollution from disposal of householder and disposal of fish waste on poor wilderness fishery community is also problem. High impact and high livelihoods, destroy habitats, especially sea grass and coral reef, mangrove forest, overfishing in nearshore area, low income and low enforcement. Based on these issues, we set up our goals. For ecological, we concern restore and maintain essential ecosystems in Hà Tiên. Concern maintain the social well-being development of fishery communities. For the governance will be observed. In order to go to the next step, I would like to invite Mr. Hoa.
Thank you. Do I look cool? So now we move on to objective. I would like to mention that objective is not something very far. Restore and maintain coral reef and seagrass in Hà Tiên Thảo. And we aim to reduce the amount of trawl fishing activities in nearshore zones in Hà Tiên Thảo. So the last one, we focus on improve the awareness of stakeholders. So if I submit the E-EAFM of Vietnamese to the meeting of stakeholders, they definitely ask, so how do I know did you achieve, did you touch the objective or not? How do I know, don't you guys waste money or human resources or financial resources? Of course, I will provide them indicators. So the first indicator is the hectare of coral reef and seagrass, including existing area and restored areas. So the benchmark is seagrass. We will maintain the existing area, maintain existing 500 hectares, and more than 400 hectares will be recovered by 2020. Our fishing activities in nearshore zone, we provide the indicator is the occurrence of trawl fishing vessel in nearshore zone. And by 2020, but by 2030, it completely solved at 0%. With respect to increase and maintain the standard income of fishery communities, the percentage of fishermen who have a well-paid job from to provide a well-paid job for more than 50% of fishermen by 2020 and 2030. We will try to provide the well-paid job to more than 80%. And the next, I would like to emphasize the percentage of stakeholders will be disseminated by 2020. I hope so. More than 60% number will increase very quick, more than 80%. So because the cooperation spirit is a basic thing in E-EAFM, I would like to pass the micro to my friend again.
MPA, in order to establish MPA, we should in fact we should organize some meeting to ask some input from consultant, experts, something like that, and maybe implement post-harvest policies, and also deliver poster and use media to disseminate for fishery community, and in order to achieve our goal, we should financing support from governments, NGOs, individuals, and companies. If E-EAFM is successful, the resources will be restored. Coral reef also restored. So resources will be abundant. So people.
Okay, thank you very much. Very fantastic. And very commitment E-EAFM. I like it. Very look forward in the future. Okay, our colleagues. Kun Penchan hold the microphone. If you have any comment or opinion, yes.
Thank you.
The only comment that I want to make is perhaps you can revisit your objectives and think whether some of the objectives are specific, time-bound and measurable. Some of the objectives, when you were telling it, I felt they are not very specific and time-bound. But I think you know what to do, because when you told the indicators, it was clear. So perhaps you can revisit your objectives and see whether you can improve it.
Thank you, thank you, Dr. Wadawi. We will sit together and will divide and adapt it. Thank you.
I think that is the problem. It is a scale problem. Okay, you cannot just work in a local area. You'll have to work in a larger area. So we can discuss that later. Yeah. And as soon as you get a larger area, you get closer to Cambodia, the issues become even more. So I think it's a matter of scale that you need to think a little bit broader. So your vision should be for the whole of that region.
We are the Indonesia Myanmar group. Let me introduce our group member. First is Mrs. Lingga from Indonesia. Then Mr. Mayo from Myanmar. And me, Abu from Indonesia. Our fisheries management unit in Arafurasi. It is in the eastern area for Indonesia at Sorong, Papua. There is a rabbit project in this Arafurasi, responsible trawl fisheries to increase healthy ecosystem in Arafurasi, to 130. Here is map the Arafurasi. Ini Indonesia, Arafurasi. Here. There is some shrimp trawl area, shrimp trawl area, and fish trawl area. Fish trawl area. Many vessels operate this Arafurasi. The Arafurasi, shrimp trawl, and fish trawl. And a yellow mark, southeast line, Papua, and in Aru Island. And Merauke, 3 fishing port, Sorong, Ambon. And this red cross, conflict area limit, because fish net trawl expand to shrimp trawl area. Here fish trawl expand to shrimp trawl area. Conflict.
We already mentioned our vision and the problem of the conflict between shrimp trawl and fishing trawl. We have how to manage the responsible fisheries for fishing trawls and shrimp trawl. That's why we find out the opportunity to learn how to land the responsible fisheries. We got an opportunity to learn to the regional training course in Bangkok. It's like the essential ecosystem approach for fisheries management course. We attended the essential ecosystem approach fisheries management course. After this training course, we know very well about how to approach the ecosystem management or responsible fisheries. The key principle of the responsible fishery management is we learned from our training course 7 key principles we learned. All of the principles are based from the Code of Conduct of the FAO, CCIF, Code of Conduct for Responsible Fishery Management, and FAO, CCIF are based on ecosystem well-being and human well-being. You know, and in our environment, the conflict areas, the Arafurasi is a problem because of the ecological well-being and human well-being are like that. Ecological well-being is below like that. Human well-being and ecological well-being will be balanced. Should be a good governance. That's why we are moving to our E-EAFM approach. How to manage our vision. Responsible trawl fisheries to increase healthy ecosystem to 2030. We have many constraints in here. Our college already mentioned that the ecological constraints like the mangrove, coral fishing boat, low income, overfishing, and also look like a weakness of the enforcement, law enforcement. About the 5-step E-EAFM plan and vision. We just analyzed like the likelihood and impact, which is high and which is low, and we identify the the high impact and the high likelihood and low impact and low likelihood. And also we identify like the stakeholder analysis by the which is and which is a supporter for the relation of the constitution. And we define our goal, issue and objective are here. Our goal for the ecological management sustainable for fishery resources. Goal for human well-being is increasing social economic benefits for sustainable fisheries. And for good governance is strengthen the compliance enforcement.
We improving the goals based on our issue. The first one is reduce bycatch of juvenile, reduce bycatch of turtles, number of bycatch on turtles, and number of bycatch of